Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a stylish carousel using using dot indicators. So I decided to create this tutorial when I was working on a project. So let me just get down to it. So um, I'm going to okay, this is the project I'm working on. I'm just going to use this to create the carousel container real quick. So this is a rough project, so don't mind if it looks rough around the edges. So okay, I'm just going to give this a fill color. Let me change that to purple. Yeah. So this is the first thing you want to do. So you want to create your container so that it fits into the design you're working on. So the next thing you want to do is create these dot indicators here. So there are a couple of ways to go about this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I created something like this. So to do that, um you click on the rectangle shape here. So just put this in. So I'm just going to change this width to 24, change the height to 12. So if I zoom in, as you can see, so the border radius, I'm going to change it to 50. So then I'm going to change the color to black. So what I want to do now is um, make this a component. So yes, it's a component now. So the next thing you want to do is create a variant for it. So I'm just going to create one more variant here. Let's change this to dots. So for this second variant, I'm just going to change the width to 12 and change the color to something lighter. Okay, that's fine. But let me look for something lighter than this. Okay, this is okay. So what you want to do now is um in this property here, I'm just going to okay. So watch what I did here. So now the next thing you want to do is you click on the first component here. So you can just decide to name this something like active if you want to. So you can name this active, then name this inactive. But there's something I want to show you guys. So what I would want to do now is I'm going to click on this select component. So you're going to click here, edit property. So instead of this active inactive, I'm just going to create make it yes and no. So why am I doing this? Why did I make it yes and no? I'm going to show you that in a few minutes now. So I'm going to show you that. So let's drag this component out here. So I'm just going to duplicate it. So duplicate. So if you're seeing this switcher here, so the reason why you're seeing this switcher here is because of this yes and no feature that I used here. So if I just used active and inactive, it would have been the normal drop down like this. The yes and no feature gives you the ability to use a switcher like this. So I'm just going to um, group these and create an auto layout around it. I'm going to give it a spacing of 4. I think 4 is okay. So what I then want to do now is I'm going to create a component. So I'm going to create three different variants for it. So what you then want to do now again is I'm going to switch this off, switch this on, switch this off, switch this on. As you can see, it makes it very easy to do, so you don't have to come in here and start changing the width and all that. No, it makes it like almost automated. So that's how I created this, and you can see that here as well. So this is our frame size here. So what I want to do now is let me duplicate this. So I'm going to tell you why I'm duplicating that in a few. So let me just change this to white. So I'm going to drag a copy of this down here. So I'm going to align to the center and bring it downwards. So but as you can see, it's too close to the bottom. So what you want to do now is click on alt. I'm going to give it a spacing of 16. So when you click on alt, it displays all these figures here. So I'm just going to give the spacing of 16. Yes, so that's okay. So that's that about this one here. So what you then want to do now is I'm going to duplicate this into three places, into three rectangles. So the thing, you can decide to use the Unsplash plugin to give this whichever background that you want to give it, but to for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to use it. But what I'm just trying to say is you can decide to um let's see. So as you can see, you can give it different backgrounds, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to change this color to red, change this color here. So let me name this carousel. So what I want to do now is I'm going to select these three frames here and press Shift A to create an auto layout for them. So once I do that, I'm going to so what I'll do now is I'm going to click on this indicator here. So I'm going to set this to center and set this to bottom. So when I do that, I'm going to select these three, put them into an auto layout. Then I'm going to cut it. So once I cut it, I'm going to put them into the going to paste it inside the carousel here. So I'm just going to send this backwards. So then what I want to do is I'm going to clip this, going to align this to the left. Once I do that, I'm going to create a variant. So then another variant. So I'm just going to unclip this so that everything shows. So I'm going to unclip this, unclip. So the first thing I want to then do now is I'm going to align this to the middle. So as you can see, then the last one, mind you, you're not aligning the first rectangle here, you're aligning the frame, like the three frames together. So I'm just going to align this to the right here. So as you can see, let's clip this back. So the next thing to do is I'm going to then change the indicators for the respective positions. So for this, I'm going to use variant 2. I should have named that, but this is just a tutorial. So then for this, I'm going to use variant 3. As you can see, left, right, left, center, and right. So then let's see what this looks like in a real let's see what it looks like. So I'm just going to, sorry, before we do that, let's use prototype to um, okay. So before we do that, let's create the carousel animations. So what you want to do is you're not selecting this first container here. So what you want to do is select three the three containers. As you can see, the frame that contains the three containers. So then let me go back to prototype. So then you're going to link it to this first frame here. So I'm just going to change this to on drag. As you know, it's a carousel, so you have to drag. So I'm going to change this to smart animate. Use in is out. I like is out. So yes, 300 is alright. So I'm going to do it for the second one as well. So I'm going to drag it to the third. So yeah, it's going to, okay, change this to on drag. So do it for the last one. So change this to on drag. So do it for the middle one as well again. So link it back to the first one, put it to on drag. So then I'm just going to come back here and use click content. So then let's just drag this into the project and see what we have. So let's just drag this into the project and see what we have. So okay, so I'm going to go to prototype again, click on this um to common. Okay, so it's downloading. Let's see what the carousel animation looks like. So as you can see, this works perfectly. So let me just go through because some of you might create this and find out you're having this problem. So I'm just going to troubleshoot something real quick right now. So what happens when you select these three rectangles here? So I'm just going to show you what happens when you use this instead of the when you use this to create the prototype animation instead of using these three prototype animations here. So I'm just going to remove this prototype animations. So I'm going to remove this as well. So okay, so I'm just going to use this prototypes. I'm going to use these rectangles here for the prototypes. So drag, um, drag, drag. Okay, so now let's check out what happens when we want to do check the carousel. So as you can see, the first one works, but then the last one doesn't work. Sometimes the first and the last works and the second doesn't work. I think there's been a mistake here. Nope, no mistake. So as you can see, that is basically what happens. It's very unresponsive. So what you want to do is click on the three frames together. So that is the one you need to link to this. So yes guys, this is how you create a carousel animation with dot indicators. So I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope I've been able to make this process easy for you. So I hope you get to like and subscribe. And please don't forget to leave a comment if you have questions or inquiries or anything. Thank you.